welcome back to my channel, Culling Seed to Serendipity. Today is July 10th, 2022. I like to bring you this day in history. July 10th, 1925 in Daytona, Tennessee. The so-called Scopes monkey trial begins with John Thomas Scopes, a young high school science teacher accused of teaching evolution in violation of Tennessee state law. The law, which had been passed in March, made it a misdemeanor punishable by a fine to teach any theory that defies the story of the divine creation of man as taught in the Bible, and to teach instead that man has descended from a lower order of animals. With local business George Rapelye, Scopes had conspired to get charged with this violation, and after his arrest, the pair enlisted the aid of American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, to organize a defense. Hearing of this coordinating attack on Christian fundamentalist William Jennings Bryan, a three-time Democrat presidential candidate and a fundamentalist hero, volunteered to assist the prosecution. Soon after, the great attorney Claude Darrow agreed to join the ACLU in defense, and the stage was set for one of the most famous trials in U.S. history. On July 10th, the monkey trial got underway, and within a few days, hordes of spectators and reporters had descended on the Daytona as preachers set up revival tents along the city's main street to keep the faithful stirred up. Inside the Ray County Courthouse, the defense suffered early setbacks when Judge John Ralston ruled against their attempt to prove the law unconstitutional, and then refused to end his practice of opening each day the proceeding with prayer. Outside, Daytona took on a carnival-like atmosphere as an exhibition featuring two chimpanzees and a supposed missing link opened the town, and vendors sold Bibles, toy monkeys, hot dogs, and lemonade. The missing link was the fact Joe Baines of Burlington, Vermont, a 51-year-old man who was short of stature and possessed a receding forehead and a protruding jaw. One of the chimpanzees, named Joe Mindy, wore a plaid suit, a brown fedora, and white spats, and entertained Daytona citizens by monkeying around the courthouse lawn. In the courthouse, Judge Ralston destroyed the defense's strategy by ruling that expert scientific testimony on evolution was inadmissible on the grounds that it was Scopes who was on trial, not the law he had violated. The next day, Ralston ordered the trial moved to the courthouse lawn, fearing that the weight of the crowd inside was in danger of collapsing the floor. In front of several thousand spectators in an open air, Darrow charged his tactics, and as he his sole witness called Bryan in an attempt to discredit his literal interpretation of the Bible. In the searching examination, Bryan was subject to severe ridicule and forced to make ignorant and contradicting statements to the amusement of the crowd. On July 21st, in his closing speech. Darwin asked the jury to return the verdict of guilty in order that the case might be appealed. Under Tennessee law, Bryan was thereby denied the opportunity to deliver the closing speech he had been preparing for weeks. After 8 minutes of deliberation, the jury returned a guilty verdict, and Ratson ordered Scopes to pay a fine of $100, the minimum the law allowed. Although Bryan had won the case, he had been publicly humiliated and his fundamental beliefs had been disgraced. 5 days later, on July 26th, he lay down for a Sunday afternoon nap and never woke up. In 1927, the Tennessee Supreme Court overturned the monkey trial verdict on a technicality, but left the constitutional issue unresolved until 1968, when the Supreme Court overturned a similar Arkansas law on the grounds that it violated the First Amendment. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. And remember to smile, because I love you, but more importantly, God loves you. Bye. See you in my next video.